I got the sense she's always has her stuff together. Listening to everyone talk like that, a small dark speck of unease rose up inside of me, and that speck started to grow quickly. I need to go. I have to go check on her. The words had barely left my lips before I flew out into the hall. Where I headed first was my room, where I let Sayaka stay for a single night, where she was supposed to be safe. But over the course of that one night, the room had been completely transformed. What the hell? This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense, for taking out of its sheath. More importantly, where's Sayaka? There's a keychain on the ground. This has my name on it, and this must be my root key. I gave it to Sayaka when we traded rooms. The lint roller was... Looks like the lint roller has way less sheets than it used to. More importantly, where's Sayaka? The bed's been damaged too. The toolkit is still inside the drawer and it's still sealed. Okay. Where's Sayaka? There are slashes and gouges on the walls and the floors. More importantly, where's Sayaka? Better check the bathroom. Let's take a look inside. Oh, she mega dead. It took me a second to realize that I was screaming. What I saw dug its way through my eyes and buried itself into my brain. And then, everything went black. Danganronpa. When I opened my eyes, I found myself staring at a huge ceiling. It was a ceiling I remember seeing before. When I sat up, I saw someone looking at me. Again, it was someone I'd seen before. Ah, you're awake, finally. Are you okay? Now's not the time for sleeping. Get your ass up. Huh? You were unconscious, dude. I had to carry you back here.
Well,
It's no surprise considering what happened. What happened? Yeah, Hey, are you okay? So it wasn't a dream? What I saw, it was real? That's right, it really did happen. Sayaka is dead. A deep, dark despair worked its way through my body and exploded out of me. I shut up and took off running. Hey, where do you think you're going? I have to go see for myself. I have to go see if Sayaka is...
just give up.
You can check once, twice, 1,000 times. Sayaka is completely and irrevocably dead. No, I need to see for myself.
Why?
Listen to us, man. What do you think's gonna happen if you go out there? Well, what good is it gonna do if you're just sitting around here? I mean, why are you all hanging out in the gym at a time like this? Our friend Sayaka, she's dead. Dead. When I said that, it finally hit me. I realized she really was gone.
Calm down.
None of us want to be here right now either. Then why? Shouldn't it be obvious? Monokuma told us to come here. Well, hold on, don't talk like that. We all protested it. I mean, we remember the terrible price Sayaka had to pay. But
So...
I'm the one who convinced them all to come. Right now, we need to do whatever he says. We're his prisoners, right? It's not a good idea to defy him without reason.
Correct.
We don't need to make more sacrifices than we already have. Why should we listen to anything he has to say? It's obvious he's the one who killed Sayaka.
Wrong.
I would never do that. If you can believe anything, you can believe that. He's here again.
Hey.
Unless someone violates the school regulation, I absolutely will not interfere. I can promise you I won't do anything that goes against the purpose of your school life here.
Listen up.
I'm famous at safari parks throughout the world for following the Bear Times 1 rule.
But...
Then who did it? Who killed her?
Come on.
You already know the answer. The one who killed her is one of you. Nobody had a reply for that. One of us killed Sayaka. Don't be stupid, that's...
What?
What's the matter? You guys all look like you're about to see a dove get shot up with a Gatling gun. Don't you remember what I told you when this all began? One of you decided to kill Sayaka so you could graduate. Someone who just followed the rules. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well...
You're lying, right? Of course he's lying. I'm telling you, he killed her.
Wrong.
Nope. Sorry. One of you is now a bona fide killer. If they wanted to, they could do... If they wanted to, the one who did it could testify to that little fact. What? Without thinking, I looked around at everyone. They all had the same look on their faces. Everyone looked at each other with a combination of fierce suspicion and confusion. Are you serious? Someone killed someone? It's amazing that some people who are capable of.
Just hold
Hey,
on.
hold on. Don't just assume he's telling the truth.
Stop talking.
That's enough. Before we do anything else, I'd like to confirm something with the stuffed animal here. If one of us really did kill her, that person gets to graduate from school, right? Huh?
Come on.
Don't play dumb. That's what you said, isn't it? If you kill someone, you get to leave.
What?
Why are you laughing? It's cuz. Naive. You're just so naive. You really think it's that easy? You can't just kill someone and walk out of here?
Hey.
You're super naive. Devilishly naive. Hellishly naive. No. The real thing has just begun. The real thing?
Now then.
Are you ready? Allow me to explain the second part of the rule regarding graduation. As I explained before, you must kill someone if you want to leave. However, even if you do that, there's still one more part of the agreement you have to uphold, remember?
Then perhaps...
Are you referring to rule number 6 of school regulations? Anyone, if you are the black-in that committed the murder, you can't be found out by the other students. That's what you were talking about, is it not?
In other words,
Bingo! It's not enough to just kill someone, you have to actually get away with it. Which naturally means you need a system in place that detects whether or not it's been gotten away with. So a certain amount of time after a murder has taken place, a class trial will begin. Class trial? Yep, it begins in a few hours after the murder. Everyone will gather together, including the black-in who committed the murder. And then the Sparta students will all engage in one big debate showdown.
during the trial,
Yeehaw.
you'll have to present your arguments about who you think the blackened is. And once everything comes to an end, the outcome will be decided by popular vote. If the answer you've arrived at is correct, only the one that disturbed your peace will be punished. The rest may continue their communal life. However, if you choose poorly,
He chose poorly.
then the one who got away with murder will survive, and the rest of you will receive your punishment. Which of course means your school life will come to an end. As far as class trial rules go, that's all there is to it.
Well...
So, what exactly is this punishment you keep talking about? Oh, but to put it simply, it's execution. Execution?
What?
And by execution you mean...
Execution is execution. Execution! Electric chair. Bzz, bzz, poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
So to make sure I understand, if we get the culprit right, only they die. But if we get it wrong, all the rest of us are gonna get executed.
Well done.
What a smart little chimpanzee you are. Look at you, implying you didn't do it without actually saying it. So it's basically what the outside world calls a lay judge system, or an inquisition type thing. Which means you'll be deciding who you think the killer is. But judge carefully because all your lives are on the line. Okay, let me just add the rules I described in the handbook. Make sure you keep it in mind. No rules have been added to the regulations menu. Wait, hold on a second.
The hell are you
You're freaking insane, you know that.
What the?
A class trial? What the hell is that? I don't want anything to do with it.
What's this?
Why not?
Stop it!
What do you mean, why not? Why have to waste my time trying to figure out who murdered someone? What? Are you saying you're not going to participate in the trial? Only punishment awaits such blasphemy.
The hell are you talking about?
What? Punishment? I don't know, throw you in a deep, dark, scary prison or something.
Shut the hell up!
Shut the hell up. Say whatever you want. I'm not going to be part of this.
I don't
Don't be-
believe it.
Don't be so selfish.
Stop it!
You're the one being selfish. Kill whoever you want. It's got nothing to do with me. The evil stand before me. I'm trembling with fear. But I won't give in to such evil. It's my style to stick it out to the rest. Wait. It's my style to stick out and resist till the very end. If you really want to get out of here, you have to go through me first. And as he said that, he came charging us, although it was more of a waddle. But then... good censoring.
Are you enjoying yourself now?
Are you? Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is not allowed. You violated a school regulation. I invoke the mighty summon spell. Help to me, godly spear, Gunyear.
Oh, she dead now too.
This wasn't supposed to... Why? Me?
Suddenly, right at the very end, her eyes shot wide open. And just like that, she never moved again.
No way!
What the? I don't... This can't be real. No way!
Well now.
Now, I am painfully aware of the great power and meaning of the promise. I really wanted to help, but I really wanted to keep a course from popping up for no good reason, you know? But I guess y'all need to be taught a lesson after all. What an amazing promise. But now you guys understand, right?
Now you see just how serious I am. Defy me and you get shot full of holes, exploded, buried alive, disintegrated, etc. So, if you don't want that to happen to you, you'd best obey those school regulations.
She is very, very dead. Junko's body had been impaled with a bunch of spears. An unbelievable amount of blood started pouring out of her body. It was like the first time ever seen the moment someone's life came to an end. Nobody there could deny what they'd seen. Junko, who until a second ago had been our friend, was dead. She died. She'd been murdered. In simple terms, she no live. It was a death of a human being. It's really not all that shocking. She just died, that's all. Just went and died. It's no more remarkable than an inevitable demise of an entire human race. It's just a natural, the eventual end of the world itself. This isn't some superhero comic, so it's not like when you die, you didn't really die. This is reality.
Why?
Why did you have to kill her? Didn't you say you would put her in the prison or something? I changed my mind.
I knew it.
No, you wanted to kill the entire time.
Say what?
Kill the entire time? Don't be silly. You can't kill time. Or are you being metaphorical? Are you saying I wanted to waste his time? Are you saying I wanted to waste his time? Wait, waste time this whole time? Come on, what do you take me for? I'm Monokuma.
Well now.
Anyway, none of that matters right now. I have something I'd like to give you to help you in your search for the blackening. This little file with all the information I've gathered about the death in question. I'd like to call it...
The Monokuma File!
Thank you. I mean, naturally you guys aren't experts in this kind of thing, so you can only do so much with a corpse. So instead, I've gathered up everything I know about the circumstances and cause of death. What's that? How do I know the cause of death, you ask? The surveillance camera picked up the whole thing. I got to see it all go down.
So then...
Wait, so then you know who killed Sayaka? Of course I do. If I did, I couldn't possibly pass a fair and accurate judgment during the trial, now could I?
Correct.
That's a good point. The judge has to be able to make the proper decision. That's somehow comforting.
Well,
Now then, please put your full effort behind the investigation. After all, you don't have any choice but to give it your best shot. Seriously, you don't have a choice. Okay, well... Okay, so we'll be meeting it for the class trial in a little while. And with that, Monokuma disappeared once again. He left us stunned and confused. He left us at a total loss. He left us with Junko's dead body growing colder right in front of us. And for who knows how long, nobody said a word. The fact that Sayaka and Junko were dead was a huge shock, of course, but there was more to it than that. It was also the idea that one of us had actually murdered someone. And that if we didn't find out who did it, or who it was, we would all die here. We found ourselves in a situation where we couldn't help but look at each other with open suspicion. It was the worst situation imaginable. And yet, even in such a perversely terrible situation, she didn't show the slightest hint it had gotten to her.
Hey.
Now's not the time to wallow in your depression. The worst thing we can do right now is lose faith in each other. That would lead to the same disastrous results as having total faith in everyone.
What?
Huh?
In other words...
Cooperation is absolutely key at this point. Who you decide to trust or not trust, of course, is up to you. Continue to think about it and talk about the deceased certainly isn't going to help anything.
what the heck?
Saying stuff like that is just... How many times have I told you, anyone who can't adapt will die. Death is the only thing awaiting those who are unable to unwilling to adapt. If that happens, you only have yourself to blame.
That's terrible.
What an awful thing to say, especially after what's happened.
Just a second.
Right now, exposing the killer is the most important thing. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here. She's right, we need to begin our search right away.
Of course.
Either way, we can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward.
What the heck?
We just have to do it, I guess. What other choice do we have? No way in hell am I letting someone kill me. Alright, damn it, let's do this. We just have to do it. Everyone kept repeating that sentiment. They were using it like a mantra to give themselves strength. Well, they're right, we just have to do it. No matter how much we don't want to, we have no choice. If that's what it takes to survive, then that's what we have to do. On top of that, there was something I needed to find out. I had to know why Saka had to die. Why she had to be the one. I'm terrified to find out, but still I have to know. Otherwise I knew I'd never be able to accept her death. Which is why I don't have any choice, I have to do this. Gently place my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touch her wrist to check for a pulse like they do in movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. I don't know why I even bother to check after those injuries and losing that much blood. Frankly, I'd be shocked if she did survive something like that. Huh? Hold on. Hold on. Just wait a second. She's dead? Then that means everything that happened so far is real? It's not a joke or whatever? It really is real? Hell no. Someone save me. Let me out of here. Somebody help me.
What's your problem?
You're just now accepting that?
Hey.
Before we start searching for Yasaka's killer, we need to decide what to do about securing the crime scene. What do you mean? You're thinking of putting someone on guard duty so nobody can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the corporate decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed.
Hey.
In that case, I don't mind doing it. I don't like having to sink anyway. I'll let you guys figure out who killed the chick. Okay, then we can let Mana look after the scene. Well, no, we can't just leave him there alone.
What?
Well, why the hell not?
Stop talking.
Isn't it obvious? If you were the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? By volunteering for guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all the evidence you want. Well, fuck you.
So then,
Fine, then I'll stay there on guard duty as well. That way there's no problem. 2-player co-op basis fans with the 2 of them. With their stats, they're totally OP. Since we won't be able to help investigate, we're putting our faith in the rest of you.
But...
I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try.
What the heck?
I hate this, but still, we don't have a choice. We had to figure out who did it. Or else we're all dead.
Oh.
Hmm? So you finally noticed.
What the crap?
Huh? Noticed what? Looking through the Monokuma file we received, I noticed something very obvious and very unusual. Huh? What are you talking about? Go ahead and take a look. Notice anything interesting about where Sayaka died? She died in Makoto's dorm. What? She's right. Then could it be all at once everyone's gaze turned to me? Hold on a second, you got it all wrong. First one night I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid.
What the heck?
You expect us to believe that? Just tell us the truth. The look in everyone's eyes had done a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. The feeling of suspicion and fear had to return. In other words, you think I did it?
So then...
Are we all done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. We'll have to collect clues from the form a foundation, then construct an argument to come to a final decision. If we get this wrong,
So...
well, do I really need to say more?
Actually...
I'd rather you didn't know.
Goodbye.
Everyone pray for good luck. With that, Kyoko hurried out of the room, out of the gym. I'll be going too. Just like Kyoko, he was gone before we even realized it.
Yo.
Oh yeah, I'm on guard duty, huh? I better head to the scene of the crime. Ah, that's right.
Hey, damn it.
Let me just say this right now. If whatever son of a bitch did this is here right now, and they're thinking of destroying that evidence,
You're fucking
they
dead.
better not let me find them. I'll skip the trial and cave their goddamn skull in. I'm serious, I will fuck them up. Letting his deadly words hang in the air, he and Sakura ran off.
So,
But I mean, we're not detectives or anything, you know, and we're gonna investigate a murder? How do we even do something like that?
Anyway...
We don't really have to do anything in particular. We already know who killed Sayaka. What are you implying?
This is
It was you. I'm telling you it wasn't me. Don't come any closer. Are you gonna kill me next?
So,
Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. It's not for sure what Makoto's guilty yet. That's true. We might as well check just to check. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't help investigate. Wait, why not? I'm not good with blood. All it takes is one glimpse and I'll black out.
Oh,
Okay, well
yeah?
what about the body right there? Behind Leon. Well, whatever, I don't think anyone was expecting much from you anyway. Alright, I guess I better get going. Wait, don't go yet, you have to hear me out! Well, it's pointless, everyone had already left. And their parting looks at me had been filled with suspicion. Does everyone really think I'm the killer? How did it turn out like this? Seriously, they got it all wrong. Why do they have to suspect me? I have to do something, otherwise everyone will...
Execution is execution. Execution!
I know.
Electric chair. Zzz, zzz, poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
I can't let that happen. I can't let things turn out the way Monokuma wants. All I have to do is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka. I should look through the Monokuma file we got before. The victim was Sayaka Mizono. Time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. Body discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. All that suggests that the death took place in the bathroom. Collective stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. The right wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. I have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. Somehow I have to find out the truth, so that we can survive. And for Sayaka, I have to find out how she was killed. Okay. Are you going to help investigate Chihiro? But I can't leave Junko here. I feel sorry for her. I have to stay with her. Oh, no way. I guess you don't want to die here. I'm begging you, God, Buddha, Mother Earth, God of Space, King Neptune, help me. I don't care who it is. Just get me out of here. Hiro doesn't seem prepared to do any kind of investigating right now. Alright, time to get started. First of all, I should head to the scene of the crime, my room. You won't make any progress without investigating there. So head to my room where Sayaka's corpse still remained. Better examine the state of my room a little closer. That might reveal something new. This is the replica sword I brought back from the self-defense. This means it was used to attack somehow. And plus, it's fitting out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade until now. It's up until now. I shouldn't be surprised it's coated in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off in parts of the blade and the handle. Yeah, the handle especially is missing a lot of coating. Remember, the coating sticks to you even if you just touch it a little bit. Okay. Anyway, this must be my room key. Ah, that's right, with the tray keys. When we switch rooms, we switch keys too. So Sayaka would have had the key in here. I had the key here in my room the entire time. Wait, if that's true, then how did the killer get in the room in the first place? Could Sayaka have forgotten to lock the door? No, that seems impossible. Same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. If I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it, otherwise what's the point of even switching? After saying that, there is no way she would have forgotten to lock it or opened it in any other reason. Well, maybe she dropped the key somewhere and someone else grabbed it or something. No, that's not possible either. Sayaka was in here when we switched rooms. And with how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around. She couldn't have dropped it. So how did the killer... Switching rooms. Oh, look at the lint roller. Seems like there's way less than there was before. Did Sayaka see how dirty my room was and decided to clean it up a little? Toolkit's still outside the drawer. I don't see any evidence that it used at all. Which makes sense, I guess. I mean, it's mine. I hadn't any reason to open it. Can't imagine a situation where I need a toolkit like this.
Yo.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, Mondo.
What?
We ain't exactly in the mood to be building fucking furniture, right? So you haven't used yours either then?
What?
Not just me. Nobody busted theirs out yet, as far as I know. Actually, we were talking about it yesterday.
By the way.
None of the guys have opened their toolkits yet, because, like, why the hell would we? Toolkit been added. Sakura, do you think I'm guilty too?
Hey.
I try not to make assumptions like that. I simply don't know whether or not that you did this. Whatever the decision the rest of you come up with, I will follow your lead. I see. There are scratches and gouges on my walls and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? It looks like they might have been in some kind of fight in my room. Damn it, I was right there in the other room. If I had only heard something, that would not have been possible. Huh? Don't you remember, all of our rooms are completely soundproof. So something could happen in the room right next to you, and there was no way you could know.
Well.
Perhaps this was another of Monokuma's strategies, creating an ideal setting for murder. Okay. Hey, Kyoko. I quietly called her name while she was investigating the area. But...
What are you doing?
Isn't it obvious?
No, not really.
I'm searching.
Searching?
She was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of my
Did
room.
you lose a contact or something?
I don't know what she's doing, but it seems like she's concentrating pretty hard on it. But a few seconds later, she suddenly stood up straight and said,
Listen.
"Are you a clean freak?" Huh? No, I don't think so, but what? Nodding, she glanced around my room one more time.
I see.
Interesting. What's interesting?
Hey.
As I suspected, there's something very unusual about your room. Unusual? What do you mean?
So...
I've searched your floor from one corner to another. I didn't find one single strand of hair. Really?
Indeed.
Not one hair from the victim, and not one hair from you, even though you've been living in here. You know, now that you mention it, I noticed something while I was looking around before. It looked like the lint roller in my room had been used, but I never touched it. Could someone have used it too?
I see.
Very interesting. The room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in here and scrubbed your room clean. Was it Sayaka or the killer?
Well,
That's the question, isn't it? Okay, into the bathroom. Should look around here first. What? What's left? In the bed, like someone attacked it. What the hell happened here? Gets the sheath, maybe? This is what I brought back for self-defense. I mean, it was using attack somehow. And plus sword's been taken out, so it's just a sheath, but... Huh? There's something scratches on the sheath. They must have been made when someone's sharp. But how'd the sheath get scratched up in the first place? Even if someone used a sword during the struggle, it doesn't make sense for the sheath to be damaged. I mean, if you're gonna attack someone with a sword, the first thing you would do is unsheath it. Heavy sheath like this would only get in the way. It could just slide out in the middle of the fight. So why are there scratches on the sheath? Okay. Can I go in there now? Outside the door. No, I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up now. Forcing myself to push my panic down, I step into the bathroom. She's still here. Looking at her made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. She had lost everything that made her her. Sayaka. All at once I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, and urge to burst into tears. But I can't hesitate now. Why? Why does Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I have to find out what happened. I wanted to give up, I wanted to collapse, but that thought held me up and supported me. I looked past Sayaka to the wall behind her, and there I saw... What? Written in below with the number 11037. That is in no way what it says. It says Leon. I'm not stupid, I can read backwards. It says Leon. Did Sayaka do this? I told myself I simply couldn't face what I saw, but... Now's not the time to think like that. I pulled out the Monokuma file to verify what I said about her body. Some sort of sharp object had been thrust into her stomach. That might have been the killing blow. Whatever they used to kill her, where'd they get it? Something I should look into later. Also, when the Monokuma file, Sayaka's right wrist was broken. Her wrist does look swollen and bloody, that's for sure. But there's something glittery there on her wrist too. Right there, where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery. If it concerns me. Anything else that concerns me is... Huh? There's some blood on her left index finger, but that's it. Palm of both her hands are totally spotless, so how come only her left finger? Okay. The stab wound in her stomach is what killed her, so when she broke her wrist, must have happened earlier on. I mean, how would her wrist get broken after she'd already been killed? So it's very possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. Killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound.
It would seem...
Looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The blooded numbers and most likely Sayaka's dying message. What do you mean by dying message?
So...
That's something a victim writes right before they die, usually as a way to tell people who killed them. But generally, whoever writes it doesn't make it totally obvious. They'll either write it somewhere the killer wouldn't notice or write it out in a code or something. Well, that's pretty incredible.
Hey.
Have you ever heard of Ellery Queen? Who? Never mind.
By the way...
You know, I realized something that while I was on guard duty, the killer could have already destroyed some evidence, right, before anyone found the body, I mean. The trash room here in the dorms, right? They could have tossed some stuff in there. Yeah, it's definitely possible.
You son of a bitch!
A dirty bastard. Anyone who raises their hand to a woman is scum that deserves death. That's why my brother taught me.
You're fucking dead.
So if I ever find the son of a bitch that did this, I'm gonna pound his goddamn face in. But what if it was the girl that did it?
Yo.
That'll all get sorted out when the time comes. Can I check the door?
It would seem.
Yes. I've never seen something written in blood before. It really was her final message. It's as if she wrote it with her life itself.
Right.
Do you often talk like an aspiring poet? The numbers she wrote, what do they mean? What do they mean, Mason? 11037, I have no idea what they could possibly mean.
So.
The way she wrote the numbers makes me think she wanted to use her body to block them. If she wrote them in the location while she was sitting the way we found her, it means she must have wrote them by turning only her hand towards the wall. If you were to write something like in that position, do you know what the result would be? The result?
Well,
think about it. Not gonna tell me?
Makoto.
Cover the mystery. That would be backwards, wouldn't they? Otherwise, the case will end and you'll remain unconvinced. I have no idea what you're trying to say, but it's obviously you're not going to tell me. Sounds like Kyoko knows what second dime message means, but honestly I have no idea. Oh, I know who I should talk to. When it comes to numbers, who better to talk to than the ultimate programmer?
Makoto.
There's one other thing I want to talk to you about, or ask you about. Do you know how the door to your bathroom got broken? Broken? Oh, you mean how it got stuck?
What?
Get stuck? Yeah, I guess I'm the only one that knows, but the door doesn't fix the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was just locked, but once you learn the trick, it opens no problem. Bathroom door frame has been added to the true bullet section.
Correct.
So the door doesn't quite fit the frame, huh? But actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob. Huh? The doorknob?
That's right.
You didn't notice? Well, just try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see right away what I'm talking about. I did what Kyoko said and shut the bathroom door. Huh? The doorknob. Not her.
So then.
What the heck? The doorknob's practically about to fall off. Why is it like this?
It would seem.
Someone must have used a screwdriver or something to similar to unscrew it. Whoever it was, it's obvious that it was intentional. What? It was intentional? Why would someone want to do that?
So.
I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Only the girl's bathroom can lock, right? She stood there for a while, also saw it. Then apparently stuck with the sudden realization, she shot a question at me.
Just a second.
There's one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone about that? Oh, I did tell Sayaka about it last night when we switched rooms. So what you're saying is only you and Sayaka knew about it. Interesting. She had a slight hint of a smirk on her face. I get the sense that she was really starting to get into all this. And that clears that up. And that clears that up. I already said that. Huh? What clears what up? I'm so lost.
Goodbye.
Well, see you later. Forgetting I was even there, she suddenly turned and left the room. I still don't really understand any of this, but I've already given my room a good once-over. Maybe I should look around somewhere else. I should start looking into where the murder weapon might have come from, and also, the DVD Sokka got. With Sokka dead, I have no choice but to see for myself what was in that video. On top of that, I'm sure there's some other areas worth checking out too. Maybe we should see what everyone else is thinking. Else thinks, if they'll even talk to me, that is. Okay, time to get out of here. That was definitely my room, but the nameplate has Sokka's name on it. It's a bit odd.
Very strange.
So, why was Sokka in your room when she was killed? Could it